Greetings once again, mages. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Fairy Tale the 100 Years Quest, where Team Natsu and Jalal have raided the Guild of Gold Owl that is under the influence of the spirit of Varnis, the dragon god. But the power of alchemy has been tricky for them, notably in the battle of Lucian Gray versus the likes of Ganai, Kotetsu, and Sai. Ganai summoned forth Sai, who has the ability of bond alchemy, that's able to switch certain things around, although it's hard to tell how much of a control Sai has over that, as at one point he was able to turn everyone into gems and they were easily captured. But here, for some reason, he chose to have Lucy and Gray think of their bitter rival, mostly hoping to disorient them by putting them in the bodies of peoples whose magic they're not used to. So Gray ended up in the body of Natsu, who, FYI, was battling the second incarnation of Athena, complete with Shadow Dragon and Wind Dragon ability, courtesy of Rogue and Wendy. But Gray was able to overcome this for the most part. Lucy, on the other hand, ended up in the body of none other than Brandish. But, just like Gray, while disoriented at first, she was able to wield Brandish's power, not with proficiency, but when the ability to grow is there, sometimes you just gotta aim. They were able to defeat Sai, everyone went back to normal, and Natsu had that moment of, that was weird, back to fighting Athena. It's hard to know if this is really the end of Ganai and Kotetsu, considering they might have fared better had they not included Sai in this fight. But we'll see what happens next, shall we? Okay, Fairy Tale, the 100 Years Quest, Chapter 142, Their Goal. I wonder whose goals they're talking about. Aww, a better reality with Zareth and Mavis, with a little baby August. Did we ever see August as a young child? And they even have an arcade there too. Oh, that's nice. Another world, another time, another reality. Alright, we pick up at the Alchemist Guild Lead Eagle. You have Gold Owl, then you have the lesser brand Lead Eagle. That's right, the others were looking for the Philosopher's Stone. Little side quest. Surprised we're cutting over to this now. The members of Lead Eagle, much like the other guilds who were asked by Sabretooth about this, are very dismissive, saying, the Philosopher's Stone? That's an old urban legend. Ain't nobody talking about it these days. Ain't no such thing. Yukino gives a bow, saying, I see, thank you. And as Sabretooth exits, Minerva questions, how many is that now? Sting says 3. Lecter then says, no wonder it's called the Great Hidden Treasure. Yukino then questions, will we be able to find it at this rate? Minerva pauses, thinking. Sting asks, what is it, princess? Minerva says, perhaps they don't wish to share the secrets of alchemy with us, because we're wizards. Interesting. Lecter shouts, oh no. Sting mentions, yes, it's a possibility. If an alchemist suddenly turned up at a wizard guild and asked to learn about the strongest magic out there, nobody would give them the time of day, right? Yukino says, I'd tell them. And Lecter says, what is the strongest magic anyway? Honestly, it's hard to say. We've seen plenty of people with strong abilities, and honestly, I think it's more of the person who wields the ability rather than just plain strength, as we've seen plenty of strong ability. It's really hard to say. Minerva then asks, shall we give it a try? Sting questions her, saying, what are you planning? Minerva gives a devilish smile, saying, a method of getting the information out of them by force. Yukino is shocked, going, huh? But Sting just smiles, saying, good idea. Of course, when in doubt. An unknown figure appears on the roof of Lead Eagle, saying, what dangerous characters you are, Ron. Sabretooth looks up, with Sting shouting, who are you? The man says, I am the master of Lead Eagle. Zalam, Ron. Why does he say that? I heard what you said, Ron. He appears with a Ron. Not a Dawn, but with a Ron. Oh man, look at that dome. Looks like a monk, though. Lecter shouts, whoa, he's like a mountain sage. While Yukino says, maybe he would know. Salam tells them, just so you know, I can't alchemize the Philosopher's Stone either. Sting then says, dismissively, guess he only looks impressive. Salam then mentions, however, I do have one bit of advice for you. Sting is taken off guard. Aslan tells them, seek out the genius alchemist Iruha. Iruha? Huh. We then cut back to the Wizard Guild Magia Dragon. Athena is sitting down next to Elfinsera, and then she says, Elfinsera-sama, can you still perform teleportation magic? Elfinsera says, I used quite a lot of it today, but I could manage one more. Athena asks, could you transport me to Gold Owl? Elfinsera tells her, don't be reckless. You can't do anything right now. Yeah, you're one hit away from being separated from your lower half. Athena covers the hole in her stomach, saying, even still, I must go there to destroy that fake Duke-sama. Resolution filling her eyes as she clenches her fist. Elfinsera pauses, but suddenly there's a clattering at the doorway. It's Rogue who comes walking in, feeling weak and wobbly, saying, take me with you then. Lying around all the time doesn't agree with me. And Froth pops up saying, Froth, too. Elfinsera turns to him saying, and what use will you be? You can't fight. But Athena says, I'll defeat Duke-sama and seal Vernus away. Rogue says, I'll get my magic back. And Froth says, Fro will go along. Exactly. Froth will be there for moral support. We then cut back to the Alchemist Guild Gold Owl, where Ganai, Sai, and Kotetsu are all burnt and smashed and on the ground. Really? Okay, so we beat them like that. Shoot. That's really kind of disappointing for me, because they seemed fairly capable, all things considered. They weren't, completely overpowered, but they seemed formidable enough that you didn't need to essentially have them take themselves out. But, I mean, hey, miscalculations happen in battle. Gray says, we've taken care of our enemies for now, but where are we? Meanwhile, Lucy, who finds herself in a very provocative outfit, is blushing in the back. Courtesy of Brandish. Oh man, Lucy's gotta be walking through this continent at some point and find herself in that outfit on the magazine what the hell? Gray then looks back at Lucy, who's still covering up, saying, don't stare at me. Gray freaks out a little bit, and he takes off the only thing he's wearing, which is his briefs, and tries to hand it to her. Leave it to Gray to one-up Lucy. Lucy's barely wearing anything at all, and there's Gray, buck naked. Lucy shouts, I don't want those. What did Brandish do with my body while we were switched? Gray then says, can't you just change it to a star dress? Lucy realizes, oh. And then, bam, Virgo star dress ahoy. Lucy tells Gray, let's find the exit. But Gray is just standing there. Pause. Lucy asks, what's wrong, Gray? Gray says, I doubt this could be true, but what if we can't get out until we beat the alchemists who made this place? So it was the sisters who did that. So that makes sense. I probably should have guessed as much. It's hard to tell how this is going to go down, because these alchemist abilities, it's only been when something out of pocket happens that they're able to overcome it. We see Urza facing off with the Signario sisters, Jalal facing off against God Serena, and Natsu going in against Athena too, going in with his fire dragons. Oh, punch, I guess. Natsu ignites his fists, rushing Athena too, saying, my power's back! But Athena blocks with a wall of wind. But Natsu is able to overcome it, breaking through the wall, knocking Athena too in the schnoz, sending her flying. Natsu gives a wry smile. Duke Boroboro then lifts up something, saying, you're stronger than I imagined. I do want that power for Athena too. That's enough. He forms a sword, holding it to Wendy's throat, who is still sealed in that stone whatever thingy. Natsu's shocked, as Duke says, I doubt Athena too could beat you as she is now. Natsu calls out, don't! But the Duke says, whoa there, don't move. This vessel has already served its purpose. Move, and I'll kill it. Natsu gets angry, saying, you dirty cheater. Boroboro says, do it, Athena 2. And Athena 2 goes rushing at Natsu. Kneeing him right in the jaw. Natsu readies himself, but Boroboro continues to threaten Wendy, telling Natsu, don't move. Natsu gets even more pissed as Athena punches him, kicks him, slams him into the ground. She then holds out her hand as Boroboro tells her, now, absorb his dragon power. And a mouth appears out of Athena's hand. Natsu is shocked, But suddenly, ooh, the original Athena comes in, blocking the shot. Ah man, what a dynamic shot. Natsu's taken off guard. The two Athenas lock eyes. Well, I think they do. Can't really see where Athena 2 is looking. And Bora Bora is taken off guard, shouting, Athena! I will say, it's hard to know how this is gonna go, because, Bora Bora still is threatening Wendy's life, so I don't know, but it would be pretty cool to see Natsu and Athena team up. You could have it, unless Rogue is waiting in the wings as well. Ooh, Natsu and Rogue team up. That would be kind of cool. But I've really kind of liked the character of Athena. And because she's damaged, she's depowered a bit to make this a little bit more of an even fight. Because Athena 2, she's not like fully powered up or where she needs to be. So it should be pretty even between the two Athena. And Natsu with all his power, it would make sense if he takes on Bora Bora. But then it's like, what does Rogue end up doing? I'm also left wondering, what are Lucy and Gray gonna end up doing from here on out? Are they just gonna wait around till everything gets done? Because it doesn't seem like the other fights have made much progress. Urza still staring down the sisters. Jalal still staring down God Serena. That's about it. Honestly, it's kind of taking me more off guard that we're progressing Natsu's showdown more than Urza and Jalal. But I will admit, Gold Owl has been a lot more tough than I was expecting. Which, it shouldn't really surprise me. A lot of the people on this continent have been pretty tough. But I don't know. Just something about Gold Owl has just been like, this is a challenge. Because with a lot of them, the way, I said it before, the waves that they've been taken out or we've subverted getting around them, something external always happens. Even with Athena, we had to have something happen in order to bypass her. And now she's working with the heroes. Like, Natsu never definitively got one over on Athena. We were able to counter her, but aside from that, it was a pretty tough battle. Though I have to admit, it's a little weird because before, with Athena and Bora Bora, they were just able to boop, take the Dragon Slayer's powers like it was nothing. They could just, I got your power. But that's not really happening here, which is a little odd. Maybe if the person knows it's coming, they can defend against it or something like that. But I'm hoping nothing bad happens to Athena. I like the character. I really do. But I'm just worried because I'm just like, I feel like we could have a situation where she's destroyed or dies or something. I'm going to be kind of pissed because after everything we've had leading into the introduction of the White Wizard, to have Athena just die off is just like, no, you've been building towards this character damn near since the beginning. And it's not the Zareth level of building, but you've built it long enough. Also, I gotta admit, is it just me or have Athena's eyes gotten like bigger? Like when she was first introduced, I don't remember them being that big. It was just something I noticed. I'm like, man, her eyes just look so much bigger than they used to. Aside from that, I'm also wondering where Sabretooth's little side mission is heading. Like, okay, they've just been on this big old goose chase, but they've gotten their first lead. I don't know. The pacing of all of this has been a little bit odd to me. Maybe it's just me, but let me know your thoughts. But hey, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.